Swing and a foul out of play.
You know, these Braves need to bring up the quality of their at-bats and specifically their swings. They've got to be frustrated with how many balls they're hitting on the ground. It's been one grounder after another, it seems. And I'm not sure the infield grass can take much more of this, Boog.
Strike two.
Of course, you have to credit the pitching for making them beat the ball into the ground so often, but I haven't seen much of an adjustment from the hitters yet either. Got to find a way to get under the ball a little bit more and get it in the air.
And there's a hit. And they had their first hit since the second inning.
Boy, great job. What do you get on base?
Only 2 hits allowed so far tonight, Boog, so I don't think that one will disrupt his momentum all that much. You know, he's really been on top of his game, commanding his pitches all night long.
Ozzie Albies up to the plate. These two offenses can put up runs in a hurry. Quick toss to first, and he's back in there.
I think you want to get a one-way lead, be very aggressive in the secondary. This hitter not a power guy, so you want to make sure that you can get some length on the secondary lead and perhaps score a ball in the gap.
Got him. One down.
Oh, nice job right there. He struck him out twice. The pitch before looked like it was strike 3. Doesn't get the call. Bears down. Throws another quality pitch for the strikeout.
Runner on at first with one gone. Luis Rengifo next up for the Braves. In the air, right field. Out number 2.
Up next for the Braves, the left fielder, number 8.
Back to the leadoff spot in the Braves lineup. Ian Happ, the next to hit. So a walk puts runners at first and second.
Well, he's been in a very giving mood today.
The right fielder, number 13.
And here comes Ronald Acuna Jr. in a huge spot. This one in the air, center field. Pajes moving under it. And that's the inning. 2 left for Atlanta. Still down 3-0.
Now batting, the third baseman.
They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. Strike 2. The Dodgers leading by 4 here at the bottom of the 7th. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. And that's 4 strikeouts.
Simply said, this guy's flailing at the plate right now. Just disconnected from head to toes in terms of the sink of his body. That's his 5th strikeout of the series, and we're just 2 games in. So hoping to see some kind of adjustment out of him. His at-bats are just a little tough to watch right now.
Chop to the left side. Handles, throws to first, 2 out.
Up next for the Dodgers, the catcher, Elias Diaz.
So 2 down. Slade next up for the Braves. 1 for 3.
Ball.
Yeah, that's fouled off.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
Swings through that one. Pulls the string with the changeup, struck him out. Through 8 full, it's the Dodgers 4 and the Braves 3. This is Braves baseball on the show South. Slade with a less than great game in the loss. 1 hit but 3 strikeouts on the day.
Well, certainly a frustrating game at the plate, Boog. I think he'd be the first to tell you he's capable of better. I'm sure the loss isn't sitting well with him either.
So 2 down. Here comes Max Muncy.
Max Muncy.
Payoff pitch. Swing and a bouncer. Slade. In plenty of time to first, and the inning is over. And now the Braves, with their first chance to hit, were scoreless. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Slade digging in now, and Singy, this pitcher's playing chess, not checkers.
Yeah, this hitter better be ready to match him move for move.
A little out front there as he swings through it. Two on, 2 outs. That one ripped but foul.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to as far as just a late swing.
Meanwhile, this pitch gets away. Throw to first, and they get out of the jam. Well done to finish off the strikeout and end the inning. Scoreless after 1.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 26.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
That's a ball. And a swing and a miss.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you get hurt.
Got him. 2 away.
Well, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
Foul ball.
You know, these Braves doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. The numbers tell us they're averaging more than a hit every inning, and they've only struck out twice, so they keep finding ways to put their bat on the ball.
Ball, that's out.
Got him. 1 away.
Well, they've had a great plan of attack for him tonight. I mean, finding all the holes in his swing and his approach, just frustrating for him up there. You strike out a guy 3 times in a game, I think that guy's got to go back and really study some video with his hitting coach, figure out how they're beating him, make this adjustment really quick because word will get around the league in a hurry.
Here's the 0-2. Hit softly on the ground to third. Throw on to Olsen. And the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th.
Up next for the Dodgers,
And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. Slade stepping in now. The inning's been quiet, but a chance here to turn up the volume.
Yeah, and you love that mentality. A little thunder could bring that dugout back to life.
Two of the most potent offenses in the game squaring off. That one found hard the other way.
So glad these ballparks have installed the netting to protect the fans, keep things safer all around the league.
And now the count 1-2 after the swing and the miss.
He's had a tough day at the plate. 3 strikeouts already. It's hard not to think negative, but you got to find a way to somehow center up the baseball and put it in play.
Two down, nobody on. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. And he's gone for the 4th time tonight. Down in order go the Braves. Score remains 2-2. Slade with a forgettable showing in the loss. No hits and 4 strikeouts. The golden sombrero.
Well, Boog, not too much to lift his mood right now between the loss and his own poor day at the dish. Coaching staff knows he's capable of more, and he does too.
Number 26 getting set for this one. His team leading its division. Can they continue to churn out wins? It's the New York Mets going up against the Atlanta Braves. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. One down. Next is the designated hitter, Randall Grichuk. No score here in the 2nd. That's to third. Into the outfield, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Definitely found a perfect spot. Those could be hard sometimes. We talked about in left field. You're kind of anticipating cheating in for a ball. Hit something like that you can rob a little soft flare in front of you, but perfectly placed, so you reward the hitter with it.
Ball.
Swing and a miss, chased it out of the zone.
I think he was a little excited there, saw the fastball, but needed a step ladder to get to that one. He's going to have to tighten it back up if he wants to have a good at bat.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Hard liner, and that's got extra bases written all over it. And the bottom of the second starts with a double.
Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
Here's the center fielder, Michael Harris II.
Well, the best way to shake off yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early. They've got a guy in scoring position. They've got to find a way here to get him in.
Man at second. In the dirt, blocked. On the ground to first, Polanco.
Stand up.
He takes it on his own. That's one out in the bottom of the second.
Not a bad outcome in that spot. The runner moves up to third, and now they have a chance to drive in the go-ahead run. It's not a knock, but at the end of the day, it's a good at-bat.
One down, runner at third. Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. 0-1 down. Line drive, base hit. And they strike first as they take a 1-0 lead.
Mission accomplished there as he picks up the RBI to give him the lead. So impressive that he didn't get tied up or jammed on that pitch inside. Instead, good quick hands allowed him to get the barrel to it, just shoot it up the middle of the field for that knock.
Back in Atlanta, Truist Park, top half of the third inning, Carson Benj up now for the Mets.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
Out to short. Rengifo. He puts it in his pocket, safe at first without a play.
It doesn't really matter where you are in the lineup. Your job is to get on base and try to start a rally if you're leading off an inning. So an infield single does the job right there. Now we'll see if they can make something happen.
Back here at the ballpark, coming off a tough series offensively, and a look at those numbers.
You know, these Braves doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of him. He's only given up one run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
Swings through it for the K. That K is his third of the game. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 26.
Looks like the weather could actually play a factor in this one. It's coming down pretty good.
Yeah, it is, and it's not too bad yet, but the field's not going to be able to hold up if the rain gets any worse than this. So keep an eye on the pitcher's mound as well, and the rest of the infield start to puddle up a little bit.
Right through there for a strike. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Way out in front of that inside pitch there. Just exactly the opposite kind of approach that you want with two strikes. You want to let the ball travel. Make sure you recognize it. Try to shorten up so that you can at least put the ball in play. Clearly fooled, but I think even more so, you question the two-strike approach.
Man on second, two down. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Robert on his way around third. In comes the run from second. There's the tag. They get him, and that's the inning. 7-8-9 due up in the home half of the inning. Braves lead it 5-1. This is Braves baseball on the show South. Man at first, Slade. Next up for the Braves, 1 for 3. And first offering is fouled off.
You know, these Braves showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. One thing that really stands out is their chase rate. League average is around 30%, but they're at less than 20% right now.
Here's the 0-2. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. Slate with a less than great game in this one. One hit with 3 strikeouts on the day.
Well, I don't want to pile on a player when he's down, but that was a lousy game at the dish. Sure, they got the win, but if he performs like that, it doesn't make it easy.
First and second, one out. Slade next up for the Braves.
He's been doing a good job knocking in his teammates. Over the last 10 games, he's knocked in 10 runs. It's great to get on the board in the first frame of the ball game, but here's an opportunity for them to really open things up with a couple of runners on. Let's see if they can cash in.
That one catches the zone. 0-2. Two on, one out. Swing and a ground ball. Vientos tossed to second. What a double play that was. Inning over. They get a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. End of the first from Truist Park. Atlanta leads it 1-0. You're watching Atlanta Braves baseball on the show South. Back here in Atlanta, top of the second, Jorge Polanco up now for the Mets. Polanco with just one more homer to reach the 200 career mark.
You know, we usually talk about bigger numbers when it comes to homers, but only about 400 major leaguers have ever hit 200 round trippers in their careers. He's putting himself in great company.
Gets it to first and quickly one away in the second.
Batting fifth, the first baseman, Mark Vientos. Now batting, the third baseman, number 26.
Slade, 23 years old, and he's driven in double-digit runs over his last 10 games. Just missed.
That's out.
2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. And a big swing and a miss. Off the mark there. Full count now.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And there's ball
Take
4.
your base.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
So 2 down. Now the left fielder, Mike Yastrzemski. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And they have their first hit since the first inning.
Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
And here comes Ozzie Albies to the dish. The 0-1. In the dirt. 2 on, 2 outs. Gets him easily, ends the inning. 2 left for Atlanta, but they still lead it 1-0. No outs, runners at first and second.
Third baseman, number 26.
That's in there. That's strike 1.
You know, these Braves doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. The starter's pitch count is high because they've worked the count full against him 5 different times. Their pitch selection's been off the charts today.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
It's been a pretty rough start to this series for him at the plate. 3 strikeouts in the first game yesterday, another one right there. They've clearly got a great plan for how to deal with this guy right now.
So 2 down, and next for New York, Jorge Polanco.
He's a big, strong guy, can untie this game with 1 swing.
Little dribbler up along third. Sends it to first, and Polanco is out. And that is that. But they're able to even it up here in the late innings. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. 1 down. Here's the third baseman, Slade. Swing and a miss. There's the slider. It's 0-1.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up. Try to track the ball. Block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about. But some way, somehow, climb back into this at-bat through the count. See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
And that's where the swing. It's a strikeout.
Simply said, this guy's flailing at the plate right now. Just disconnected from head to toes in terms of the sink of his body. That's his 5th strikeout of the series, and we're just 2 games in.
Your final score here today, 2-1. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon. One down, and next for Atlanta, Slade.
He really needs to start making more contact. 15 strikeouts in his last 3 games. That's rough.
That's the ball. Hard work.
As a veteran out there on the bump, you're trying to establish both edges of the plate. Right here, he's working inside.
That one finds the zone. It's 2-2.
Look pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
Right through there, got him. 2 away.
Well, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
Go ahead run on base. So here's Robert now. So RBI spot, but Chris, this is a guy that is not really swinging the bat all that well here.
In this situation, you have a real good opportunity to get swings and misses and record a strikeout. I think you attack him in this spot.
Hard ground ball for a base knock. Here comes Alvarez around third. Tag, and he's out at the plate.
Still a bunch of this game left to play, but you never want to fall behind. That was a great effort to make a smart play and get the out at home.
Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point.
You know, these Braves need to bring up the quality of their bats and specifically their swings. They're trying to find ways to drive the ball with some authority, but it's just not happening for them so far. 0 extra base hits in the game, so it's been tough for them to get anything going.
Here's a 1-1. And that drops in for a strike.
Sometimes you have to keep chipping away until you break through, but it's a lot easier to put runs on the board when you have runners in scoring position because they put themselves there.
The 1-2. Got him looking for the strikeout. That's the first sweeper we've seen today, and the batter made a mess of it. 1-run game, 1 out, 1 on.
Number 26.
When you're taking your lead over there at first, you've got to be very careful. This guy on the mound's got a good pickoff move.
That pitch in for a strike. 0-1.
Well, in an 0-0 count, not every strike is a good strike for a hitter. I like the plate discipline there.
Pitch kicks away from Alvarez. The throw into second, but he's in there easily. And now a man into scoring position.
Well, that right there erases the chance at the inning-ending double play. So good job on the bases to move up on the wild pitch. Changes the outlook of the inning in a pretty big way.
1 out, the runner at second here in the bottom of the 6th.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you get hurt.
Outside low, ball 2. Here's the pitch. Runner on the move. In the dirt. And he steals third without a throw. That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk.
You get a walk, and you get a walk. Everyone gets a walk, Boog.
Luis Rengifo gets a chance to hit here.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get 2. Get out of this.
Back.
Now a quick throw to first.
No,
Back in safe. Really close.
Back.
Another move to first. And he's back again. And that's disengagement number 2. Runners are at the corners, 1 away. Up the middle, the flip, there's 1. Double play. What a twin killing to end the inning. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. 7th inning coming up. It's the Braves 1 and the Mets nothing. This is NL East Baseball here on MLB The Show. So up next for New York, Brett Beatty.
Second baseman, Brett Beatty.
Big spot, 2 outs. Both the tying and go-ahead runs are aboard here in the top half of inning number 7. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Around third. He'll score and they tie it. Tag out. They cut down the go-ahead run at third. They miss a big chance to take the lead here late. 7th inning stretch time. Slade digs in. He's left a few out there today, but this is the one that matters. RBI opportunity, Singy.
Yeah, his struggles today reset with a knock right here, Boog. Redemption is right in front of him.
Peacock.
Man at second.
No, that's inside.
That's in there at the knees, and it's strike 2.
Just a really nice slider down and in there. He wants to get the hitter thinking fastball, speed him up, and just subtract some velocity and add a little movement.
The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Ends the inning after they racked up a bunch of runs. 4 runs in the inning, and they've jumped in front. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Braves 5 and the Mets 1. This is NL East Baseball here on MLB The Show. Slade had a pretty poor showing in this game despite the win. Struck out 3 times for the hat trick.
Definitely didn't do much of anything for him in this one. I think he knows he's capable of more. They got the W, but he wasn't the reason why.